Good morning, everyone present over here. Very soon we are going to start our this 4-day seminar.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to one and all those who are attending the seminar, and welcome to Guru Gobind Singh Educational Society Technical Campus. Our today topic is human values, professional ethics, and ICT tools in technical education. Actually, in my opinion, basic human values refer to those values which are at the core of human being. The values which are considered basic inherent values in humans include truth, honesty, loyalty, love, peace, because they bring out the fundamental goodness of human beings and society at large. And what are the main features of this human values or importance of human values in human life? Number one, provides understanding of the attitude, motivation, and behaviors, influence our perception of the world around us, represents interpretation of right and wrong, provides a way to understand humans and organization. I personally feel that the 5 human values which are expected in all human beings, irrespective of whether they are employees or not, in whichever profession or service they are. Number one, right conduct, peace, truth, peaceful coexistence, and discipline. Professional ethics are accepted standards of personal and business behavior, values and guiding principles. Codes of professional ethics are established by professional organizations to help and to guide members in performing their job functions according to sound and consistent ethics principles. Professionals' ethics is set up by the expert members of such profession or professional organizations. The underlying philosophy of having professional ethics is to make the person performing in such jobs to follow the sound, uniform, ethical conduct. Professional organization necessarily includes components like integrity, honesty, transparency, respectfulness towards the job. Confidentiality is also a main objectivity of human beings' characteristics in their code of conduct. I feel the human values are the main significant and important values of human life. And in our religion and in all the religions, these things are actively involved and teaches us by several dharma granths, and especially in Sanatan Dharma, in Sikh Dharma, in all the religions. In our religion, particularly in the Sikhism, Guru Nanak teaches us the Naam Japo, Dharm ki Kirt Karo, and Vand ke Chako. मतलब ये हुआ कि ईश्वर पर भरोसा रखना, बिकॉज हम लोगों को ह्यूमन लाइफ ईश्वर ने दी है, और धर्म की कीर्त मतलब ईमानदारी से, डेडिकेशन से, सिंसियरली, सीरियसली और डिसिप्लिन्ड वे में अपने काम को अंजाम देना, मेहनत करना, स्ट्रगल करना, अपने गोल और डेस्टिनेशन तक पहुंचने के लिए अपने आप को फुली डेडिकेट करना, ये भी एक रिलीजियस एंड प्रोफेशनल ह्यूमन वैल्यू के सराउंडिंग में, उसके जुरिस्डिक्शन में आता है। और तीसरा है कि बांट के खाना, कि जो हम ने अचीव किया है सोसाइटी से, नेशन से, हमारे समाज से, हमारे सराउंडिंग से, हमारे जो भी नियर्स एंड डियर्स है उनसे जो हमने सीखा, जो अचीव किया, जो प्राप्त किया, उसको समाज के बीच में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना और इक्वलिटी के साथ ये फील करना कि जो हमने पाया है हमारे देश से, समाज से, हमारे राज्य से, हमारे लोगों से, उसको हम उन लोगों के पास कैसे पहुंचा सके जो अभी इसको प्राप्त करने के लिए स्ट्रगल में लगे हुए हैं. With these words, I am really grateful and thankful that I have been given a chance and opportunity to say something on this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inaugural speech and valuable words that stress on the needs of values and ethics in technical education. It increases knowledge, strengthens the mind, and form character. Thank you, sir. A very good morning to each and everyone for 4 days state-level online seminar on human values, professional ethics, and ICT tools in technical education, from 4th to 7th July 2022, organized by GGSESTC in association with Jharkhand University of Technology, Ranchi, under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. This program is a tribute to late Professor Dr. Rishi Raj Gaur, Professor and ex-head National Resource Center for Value Education in Engineering, IIT Delhi. He was the expert in AICTE, DST, DRDO, ICAR, and expert in human and moral values and curriculum framing. I, Shweta, IQSC coordinator of GGSESTC, welcome our chief guest, our chief patron, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Jharkhand University of Technology, Ranchi, Professor Dr. Vijay Pandey. I wholeheartedly welcome our guest of honor and patron, Honorable Registrar, Jharkhand University of Technology, Ranchi, Dr. Amar Kumar Choudhary. I feel myself to be honored to welcome our Chief Patron and Honorable President of GGES, Shri Tarsem Singh, sir. I am privileged to welcome our Patron and Honorable Secretary of GGES, Shri SP Singh, sir. I welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Shashank Garuyar, Chairman, Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation, Faridabad. I welcome our Chief Resource Person, Mr. Balaji Venkatesh, Chief Mentor, Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation, Faridabad. Honor is mine to welcome Principal Convener and Honorable Director, GGSESTC Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar. I wholeheartedly welcome participants from all over India, respected Administrative Officer of GGSESTC and second Eminent Speaker of today's session, technical session, Dean of different departments, Head of the department.
Ma'am, kindly unmute, ma'am. Shweta, ma'am, unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello, yes, sir. Is the voice audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, sir. Okay. The objective of this program is to aware its participants, especially students, towards development of a holistic perspective based on self-exploration of themselves as human beings, family, society, nature, and existence. And to begin this program, we pray to the Almighty to grace all of us with wisdom and harmony. And I request Professor Apurva Sinha to play Guruvani.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this mesmerizing prayer, and I'm remembering our Almighty God. I will start the program. Our principal convener, Honorable Director, sir, to give a welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone present over here. I welcome all the dignitaries present over here in this online forum. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Jharkhand University of Technology, Professor Vijay Pandey sir, respected Registrar Dr. Choudhary sir, Honourable President Shri Tarsem Singh sir, Honourable Secretary Guru Gobind Singh Education Society, Shri SP Singh sir, respected Shashank Garuyar sir, respected Shri Balaji Venkatesh sir, Chief Resource Person of today. I welcome faculty members, participants, particularly young students who have joined this 4-day program of 30 hours. And I welcome you all to understand and learn the human values, professional ethics, and particularly ICT tools also, because in this new cyber world, there are many things which we must learn ethically while using the ICT. And I am very grateful that today we have a cyber from Cyber Vidyapeeth, the protector of that also present. He will also going to explain in a second 2 session. I also welcome all our faculty members, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
मैं गगन वाले मेरी माँ मेरी माटी को वो साहस दे दे, माँ मेरी माटी को वो साहस दे दे. With this, I would like to say that we from Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation, this is Shashank S. Garuyar. We represent an online entity. We are an online entity, and we really do all the exercises on cyber defense training, education, and strategic consulting. This is an NGO, and we all are people, practitioners in this organization who are hardcore from cyber defense space only, and we have been working for years together. And that is what is about Mr. Balaji Venkatesh too, who had been into this industry for almost 30 years plus as cyber defense and offense person. So this is an organization wherein, and you know, all we all are the world, not only our country, Bharat, rather the whole world is struggling with cyber attacks and the challenges. So this is the need of the day, and we don't have. And how do you handle this kind of challenge? You should have the skill set to take care of the defense side of it. And that is how we do. If you just look for a small example, the raw example of Kashmir, wherein you find attackers are there, means whom we say militants and all. The militants, how many numbers? 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. This is the number. But how many defenders are standing in front of them to protect the country with the minimum collateral, with you can say the collateral damages, also minimizing the collateral damages. So this was the thing which was very, very important for not only our nation, rather our organization also thought in the same way, that how to groom budding talents from institutes to that level that they become the cyber defenders, and at the same time make our nation, Bharat, cyber resilient. So I wouldn't take much of time. I would only like to say कि एक जो छोटी सी बात है यहाँ पे कि कैसे हम सेव करेंगे, कैसे हम उन्हें बचाएंगे, तो वक्त के हिसाब से अपने आप को ढालना पड़ता है और वक्त के हिसाब से अपने स्किल सेट को इम्प्रूव करना पड़ता है. We all are becoming the engineer. We all will be there, whoever are there studying with your institute and the university. They all are going to become engineers, but that will be the foundation of the study as an engineer. But this particular thing requires engineering solution, because this cyber attack is a challenge, which is engineering problem. So it needs engineering solution, and that is why the skill set is required, and you get the best out of it, and you get the job also accordingly. So with this, वक्त मुश्किल है कुछ सरल बनिए, प्यास पथरा गई कुछ तरल बनिए, जिसको पीकर कृष्ण मिलता हो, जिसको पीकर कृष्ण मिलता हो, मीरा का वो गरल बनिए, मीरा का वो गरल बनिए. With this, I close my statement, whatever, and the speech, what I wanted to convey. Thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and knowledgeable word. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I request all the participants, please put your camera on for photo session. All the participants are requested to put their camera on. Only for photo session for a few seconds.
All are requested to kindly put your cameras on for a few seconds.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Now I would like to request our Chief Resource Person, Mr. Balaji Venkatesh, sir, Chief Mentor, Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation, Faridabad, for speech, sir.
Namaskar, aap sabko. Good morning, everybody, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. I know I have got just 45 minutes and I'll try to, get the best out of it. Swetaji, this one is a technical session. Should I continue my technical sessions as discussed?
Yes, sir. So we are welcoming you for the technical session, sir. And sir is the Chief Resource Person.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second.
Yes. Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Just a spin, a quick, can you all put yourself on mute, please? The moderator can put everybody on the mute. Okay, perfect.
Is requested
So,
everyone, please put yourself in mute.
Yeah. So we'll just talk about, I am Balaji, I've been rightly told, I'm Balaji Venkatesh. I've spent almost 25 years of world, working life in corporates and also in the government. And I have been in cyber defense and offense for the last 25 years. Can't talk much on that, but last few years, I spent time with Bank of America, Wipro, PricewaterhouseCoopers as Executive Director, and IDFC First Bank and Qualcomm. And I have done quite a bit of work on cyber defense. Got almost around 9 patent, 32 patent file, 9 patent granted. And I'm very passionate and only talk and do only one thing I know. I don't know anything else, that is cyber defense. Okay, so let's come to the, the world of cyber warfare and the cyber crime. It's very, very pernicious, and it's very, very invisible. The person who is attacking, is he attacking from India to an Indian systems, or is he attacking Japan from Indian systems, or is he attacking from Japan to American systems? It's very difficult to do the attribution of it. And the reason is that when you use a very weird proxy methods, and particularly the Tor proxies, it is the footprints gathering, it becomes very, very difficult and very challenging for the people, those who are in the cyber defense area. The cyber defense and almost everybody knows about cyber crime. So I'll not focus on cyber crime because everybody has been hurt. Somebody's money has been withdrawn, some OTP has been shared. But so I'll try to focus on something on the cyber warfare component, which normally you don't hear much on that. So I think, that will be my focus at this point of time. So if you look into a connected world, and we are not talking hyper-connected world of tomorrow, by 2025, the people say there will be more than 10 billion sensor nodes will get connected to internet. We don't have 10 billion at this point of time. We have got just few billion, and the connected nodes always felt that those connected nodes cannot be exploited. I'll give you an example for Belarus rail. Rail, nobody knew that rail can be compromised. And if you look into the 24th of February, the day the attack happened, the Ukrainian has actually hacked into the Belarus entire telecommunication systems, and then signal systems, and also the power systems. The resultant, thousands of trains were on the track, stopped. Nobody is able to move. Outside temperature is -20°. It was an area of, Barkhoyas type of place, -20° temperature. And they were absolutely in standstill for 3 days. Many people died. Reported is just 6, but unreported portion says that more than 2,000 people died because of, lack of power, and there was no one is there. The day the attack happened, the first attack happened. After that, the war began. So war has got 2 dimensions, and I think it's a very important area to understand why the war need to be 2 dimensions. So one dimension is a cyber war, which means attacking the systems and making it dysfunctional. And the second war is something known as cognitive war, the artificial intelligence based cognitive war. Cognitive war, how to change the mindset of the individuals and how to plug, the entire world with the fake information. We carried out a small study, a month and a half back. We took, around 400 videos from CNN, NBC, and British, BBC type of, organizations, and their news items are there in YouTube. You can go and search for that. And we carried out a study on the metadata analytics on those 400 videos. And we found that out of 400, 393 videos were fake videos. Because that in every video and the photographs, you get the metadata, which actually captures the essence where this photograph has been taken, which means what is the longitude and latitude of things, even that is available for every bits and pieces. And we started analyzing that. We found that geostationary mapping suggests that they are from Syria, they are from Iran, they are from Iraq, but definitely not from Ukraine and Russia. Which means cyber warfare is on one hand, information warfare is much more prevalent, just to demolish the morale of the warring parties. And Western media has done amazingly well because they control most of the media that we listen to and that we see. And then the journey continues. So boys and girls, those who are looking for a career ahead of doing the job, there are 2 problem statements you the country is facing today. One is how to manage our critical infrastructure and keep us running. Critical infrastructure means power, the finance, the banks, the rails, the flights, the power sectors, the oil sectors. Think about it. If there is no power available to you for 5 days' time, will you survive? Answer is no. And we definitely need to build the rebuttal skills, both offensive and defensive skills, to safeguard ourselves. And the second one is the most critical one, is the information warfare. As the India grows, we are absolutely in a podium position. It is no longer a world which is managed by US and managed by Russia, or managed by US or managed by China. If you see the latest ranking of the leaders 2 days back, it has come out, and it has been done by CNN. You know that they don't talk properly for India. They say that India's ranking in terms of the power that they carry today is 3rd in the world. US is 5th actually. So it's a very interesting, dimensions, because you are in podium positions. World has started recognizing the capability that you carry, the goodness that you carry as a part of being an Indian. And then those who were actually ruling the world, they are against you. Last 2 weeks, boys and girls, 7,000 website has been compromised. More than 5,000 education institutes website has been compromised. And they were all running a flag of some jihadi group from across the world. I know that they are not the same group. Possibly they are Americans, NATO guys. They are trying to, hurt us because we are not listening to their voice. So it is a purely an asymmetric war, and which required to be seen. And when we prepare ourselves as a students, when we study cybersecurity or information security or IT, information technology or cyber engineering, I think it's a great time to learn the skills of cyber warfare as well as cyber, information warfare. And these two requires some bit of expertise, and there is a time to get it sorted out in very short span of time. If you look into the attacks, in the 2021, every attack has gone up by almost 50%. Whether it is education sector, it has gone up by 75%. If you do the calculation this year, when the report will come, I promise you, it will be 1,000 times. 1,000 times the attack has increased. Multi-fold the attack has increased. And our time to blink our eyes, we get a site hacked. Unlike earlier days, which used to take around 20 days, 30 days, 40 days. I know the sites, I have already scanned, I'm trying to help, get access to that. And it takes, many times you don't, if you get it, you compromise in 20 to 30 days time. Gone are the days. Artificial intelligence and machine learning has reached the attacker's hand before it landed in our hand. And they are using these two skills so effectively that they know what is the fastest way to shut down a site or shut down the services. This year, we have seen massive attack on infrastructure, which we have never thought of. Ukraine, I'll give you an example and you will understand the pain. Unlike Indian petrol pumps, Ukraine petrol pump, there is no one who will dispense the gas for you, gasoline for you, which is petroleum for you. So what happens that the gasoline will be dispensed by paying the money first using the card or QR code. Once you pay the money, after that, you have to use your dispensers on your own and you have to plug it into your car, and then the dispenser automatically works. 4 days, I'm telling you exactly 4 days, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Almost 4 to 5 days time, none of the dispenser was working. The reason that if they get the petrol, they will run away from the site. And many government officials wanted to run to the different safe zone. The attackers actually dismantled the gasoline pump, and money was taken, but the gas was not being released from those systems. So these are some of the, the critical areas where we definitely require expertise, and you boys and girls and the academia has a larger role to play for that. Unless you come forward and set up your own capability around that, India is not going to grow further without your academic background and academic support to build next generation tools and technology, which are absolutely indigenous, which can be trustworthy and which can be managed safely. I'll give you another example, not to scare you, the people get scared. We have got almost 1.3 crore, almost 13 million people, those who are having pacemakers. These pacemakers connect with the doctors using a Wi-Fi techniques. The way your mobile connect with your broadband, very similar techniques, the pacemaker connects to your doctors, monitoring systems. As it releases the Wi-Fi signals, it is very much possible by the hacker to hack into those systems and actually make the pacemaker dysfunctional. Think about it. 1.3 million people, if they are having similar, pacemakers, and pacemakers come from only 2 companies. So in 90% of Indian pacemakers come from Abbott. And suppose if we have a malware in your mobile device, which actually interact with the pacemaker and disable 1.3 million, 13 million, what will happen? There will be absolute chaos. It will be the biggest genocide you can think of on the earth. And all these things are no more a Hollywood, Tollywood, or Bollywood story. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all real stories. And definitely we need to look into how we can really. So cybercrime, if you look into, it has gone up multifold. Reported cybercrime is 1 trillion. India's complete GDP is 3.2 trillion. Think about it. 1 trillion is reported crime. Many times the crime happens, we don't report to the police because who will run around the police stations, for reporting a case and keep chasing them. And they will keep asking you questions, information, sometimes mobile phones, and it is very difficult to do. So 90% cases, they don't get reported. Think about it. If it is a 1 trillion and if it is 4 times more, as a matter of fact, there is another report which say dark web economy is pegged at 5 trillion economy as of today, which means it is almost double the Indian economy. Why all these frauds are happening? Why these crimes are happening? Why there is a ransomware attacks? What we can do about it? It requires systematic study of the problem statement and potential solution to be developed indigenously, and we need to become Atmanirbhar in these technologies. Any technology which are coming from the outside the world, they are not trustworthy. Trust me, they are not trustworthy. I'll give you an example. Boys and girls, you might not have born that time. At the time of Iraq war, Iraq has purchased $20 billion worth of Scud missiles and Patriot missiles. They tried to fight with US using the same missiles. Listen to me, none of the missile worked. I'm talking where 90s, 89, 90, 91 time period. Reason, there was a backdoor which actually impacted the GPS system, global positioning systems, and that led to collapse of those Scud missiles. It never fired the target on time and on the real place. It always missed the target. That means when it has been delivered between 1980 to 1989, the backdoor has been built by Americans. Do you think that computer that you have, the mobile phone that you have, the server that you have, the switches that you have, the router you have, the intrusion detection system you have, are they all bug free? Answer is no. Anything which comes from adversary, and we need to understand, there is no one is friend outside your country. Every country is your adversary with lesser degree of bitterness. Kam ya jada, कोई भी आपके दुश्मन नहीं है, सभी कोई भी दोस्त नहीं, सभी दुश्मन है. Now Japan can be a trustworthy adversary, or China can be absolutely untrusted adversary. That's the only difference you will have. But nobody is your friend because they have all political compulsion for their own country. India first, Japan first, Pakistan first, India, Pakistan for China, it is China first. That sort of capability will be there. So naturally, you cannot trust anything coming from. What we are inheriting it today, in our generation, we need to blame our generations. What the children are getting today in their hand, you all are getting a mess, and only you can recover this from the mess. And that can happen through the systematic study in cyber defense in large number. And then next 5 to 7 years, focus on creating real indigenous tools and technology which can safeguard the nations and bring the cyber resilience as a part of the day-to-day business. Organizations and the country and economy cannot dream of a safe haven and continue to grow unless security is built in by design. What needs to be done? I know that I have talked about a lot of challenges, but let's talk about something, which are far too critical. So what are those far too critical things and how we can solve these puzzles? So we need to understand the 4 dimensions of the attacks. First, it is a sponsored attack is rising. China will get exposed, so China will not attack you. They will buy people from Malaysia, they will buy people from Indonesia, they will buy from Iran, those who need money. They will buy from North Korea because they are under sanction, they don't get any money. And they say, if you do this, you get this much of money from attack and the money is yours. And I just skipped one page, I'll just take you there. This gentleman, the president of North Korea, under amazing constraint. In the last 4 months, this team, this company, this entity, country has earned more than 4 billion in one account in Bitcoin, 6 billion in one account. And that is how they are running the economy. A small country of 20-30 lakh people getting 4 billion, 6 million, 10 billion, in 4 months time. I think significantly large money. Do they have capability to build that malware? Answer is no. Possibly China supplies them and in turn they use it. And that leads to the collapse of the country. I don't know how many of you are aware about Oil India. It came in the newspaper. There's a brutally breached, the ransomware attack happened. Government refused to give the ransomware. Trust me, even today, after 30 days, losing almost 100 crore per day, 5 crore rupees turnover loss. There is still struggling and recovery is still going on. It's painful because we are unable to contain the risk. What is required? What change is required? So technically, the defenses are ineffective because the tools and technology that you have is not trustworthy, or they have bugs which has not been fixed by the engineers. So definitely we require change. What change is required? We definitely require data science and cyber defense expertise in the market. Unfortunately, India has launched a model curriculum 2 years back. Cyber defense, BTech cybersecurity has been included as a part of the model curriculum. Only 20 entities across the world has implemented this. What does that mean? Even after 5 years, India will get only 5,000 people in a year. What is our requirement? Requirement is huge. I'll take you to the slide. So the requirement is almost 1 million people required now. And we require almost 2.5 million, cyber professionals in 2025. If we want to sustain these typical attacks, which can technically shut down everything, including your power systems, your reactors, the nuclear reactors, and it will be very difficult for us. We definitely require significant amount of talent pool in this. So what is enabling the change? We definitely require next generation cyber warrior or cyber rakshak. And that requires multiple intervention, not single intervention, but multiple intervention. Think about it. If the engineering college introduces a course today, suppose if we help you, build the entire capability in your college, the teaching community, they are trained, and you launch the course next year. But this year, though, you have already launched the course, so there's nothing much left. So next year, if you launch the course, how many students you will create? And when you will create those students? Means 23, somebody starts the course, 27, you will have some 100 people or 200 people in one college. We have 90,000 colleges. If all college starts in 2027, we'll be self-reliant. But what to do between now and till 2027? We need 2.5 million people. Right now, we need 1 million trained people. That requires a significant amount of challenge. And the challenge that, when I was in Bank of America or Qualcomm as a head of their, senior vice president, Bank of America and senior director in Qualcomm, I got serious pain because out of thousands of interviews, we used to hire only 3-4 people. I had to hire 900 people. I could not hire first year. I could not hire even 50 people, those who are worth being hired. The reason? Because there's no cyber education. And those who want to come and learn in my organizations, they will take a year and a half to get those skills sharpened. New education policy, which allows you to get dual certifications. You all become IT professionals because you all are IT professionals, and if you want to do dual certification or dual courses, the current UGC circulars of last 2 months back allows you to do two courses together. You can have 2 graduations together. You can have one post-graduation and a graduation together at the same time. And that is how we have to break the silos. We cannot afford to wait 4 years to create a cyber engineers. We need to create that in 1 year time or 6 month time. 6 month time can be done if you are ready. We can guide you how to do that, and I'll be more than happy to contribute, because when I left my last organization, I taken a commitment that I'll create 1 million cyber army for the country. 1 million, 10 lakhs people, and I'm very committed. No question asked on that. By 2025, Cyber Vidyapeeth will provide 1 million cyber engineer to the country. But you all need to come forward. We don't have really, energy to go to 90,000 colleges and talk about this subject. All of you you become engineer because you thought that engineering, by being an engineering graduate, you will get a better job opportunities. You choose, instead of going for mechanical, instead of going for civil, you have chosen IT sometime. Why you choose IT? Reason is that you feel that their opportunity is much easier. I'll become a programmer. My salary, initial salary itself will be around 4 to 5 lakh rupees, 3 to 4 lakh rupees. And then we continue our journey. Because demand is high, supply is less, so you do that. Ladies and gentlemen, put a pause here. The demand supply gap is over now. The least amount of demand for IT professionals, and there is definitely, significant amount of supply of IT engineers. Last 1 year, 630 engineering colleges have been closed in the country. You know the reason? Nobody was taking the courses there, and the people were not getting placed, so hiring stopped and the college got closed. So what to do? You need to look for the next best opportunity, and next best opportunity in the cyber defense. There's an entity known as Michael Page, world's largest IT, hiring company. In the last, February, they created a report known as Humans of Cybersecurity. They say they have 3.1 million cybersecurity jobs worldwide in their portals, and there is no taker. Average time to get a right resource is 11 month time, which means there is a significant amount of job opportunity exists in this, cyber defense sector. So when you are doing your study, irrespective of which field you are a mechanical engineer, you are doing mechatronics, you are electronic engineer, all of you can become a cyber defense engineer. Reason? All civil engineers, they will have to have 3D printing 2 years from now. The bricks will be made out of 3D printings. Buildings will be created with 3D printings. All these 3D printings are robotic arms. They are connected to the internet. And all those arms will be attacked left, right, and center. Think about it. You are creating 10-story building with robotic processed arms, and that is compromised, and mixture is not giving the right information. The 10-story building will collapse because the mixer has not been done correctly, and it has been actually implemented poorly, and the attacker has actually changed the things. Do you think this is a hypothetical statement or it is a Bollywood story? No. Let me give you a real example. Israel, they had a water reservoir, and they were having a purification plant. The purification plant has been attacked, and excessive amount of bleaching powder has been released in the water. Attacker has technically poisoned the water that was there in the reservoir. A place which is desert, if the water is not available to your citizens, you will die. You won't sustain for a long time. Luckily, they had test beds and they had got, original systems. The attacker actually attacked the test bed, and they could come to know that bleaching powder, which has been mixed, It was disproportionate, but actual report was showing everything is normal. Attacker was very smart. So even if you are a civil engineer, you need to know the electronics, you need to know the security attached to that, how to protect against a pernicious attack. Industry 4.0, almost every manufacturing entity, irrespective of which field you have come from, they will be attacked brutally. And they are being attacked. As I speak, they are being attacked. You need to build the capability in those space, boys and girls. Cyber defense education requires no brain, requires just passion and commitment. If you all are ready to do that, we'll help you, build those capability in a very short span of time. Job is assured, almost assured, I can tell you, last year we created around 5,000 professionals, and the statement given by the government, we created more than all universities in the country together. This year we have a target of 30,000 people to be created, and we definitely exhort each one of you, those who are listening to this call, connect with me and see how we can make a brilliant career for each one of you. And as a college entity, we'll definitely exhort you to come forward, show your interest, and join our hands and make it a mission. Trust me, if you can create 20,000 cyber engineering professionals in Jharkhand, almost all the big company will open a shop here. The economy will change. It does not require government intervention. It requires academician interventions. If you are ready, you can teach 5,000 students of your college or anyone who is around your college, and that will change the shape and size of the state. Why people are moving to Hyderabad and Bangalore? Because the resources are available. If the resources are available in Jharkhand, people will flock around here, and the state of Jharkhand will change and see a new light altogether. We are very hardworking people. We are agrarian people. We are all sort of manufacturing we have. We are born with multiple minerals capabilities. And we have the most talented people on the earth. I can tell you. My journey in the last 30 years, I'm not boasting of my place, but Jharkhand, Bihar, and eastern side of the people, they are the brainiest people I have seen in the country. You all are brainy. You need to recognize you have a different DNA.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience. Sir, although this Zoom link is paid, but we are getting the message that it will be soon collapsed. So it is requested to you and all of the participants, kindly don't mind and please rejoin it, sir.
Okay, no problem. I need to disconnect and rejoin.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So all participants are requested to kindly rejoin it by the same link. Please don't mind. And so
if you can create 10 to 20,000 people in next 2 years in Jharkhand, the government of Jharkhand can increase their GDP by almost $2 billion, $2 to $3 billion. This is another report. China required 2.6 and India required by 2025 1.5 for their survival. But if you want to take the business from outside the world, we require around 2.5 to 3 million people. So I think this is my last slide, before I go to the, this is the last slide before I close, because this 45 is the time when I need to close. So I have got, some very interesting thing. These are the real specialization area. Cybersecurity is not IT. It is not computer science. It is not electronics. It is a combination of all of them. So these are the 27, while it is 32, 5 of them are repetition, 27 distinct skill is required. Each skill requires a month and a half of dedicated, study. And world's the best, hackers and the best security professionals, they are not made in alma mater like yours. They are not made in ITs. They are not made in colleges like yours. They come from YouTube University. Class 6 to class 16, they learn hacking at their home with YouTube, and they become super experts. Recently there was a very interesting one boy has been arrested. His age was 12 years. He's a UK citizen, and he was blamed for creating a group known as Lapsus, LAP$SUS. And the Lapsus group has actually earned $3 billion in last 2 years' time. And the main culprit was 12-year-old boy. Think about it. So this is definitely not rocket science. What is required is a passion, a commitment. And if any one of you are interested, you don't need to spend the money. You can still learn it. Just follow the structure that I provided. So there are 27 distinct skills, and cyber is a multidisciplinary requirement. It is not a unidisciplinary requirement. We require psychologists, we require statisticians, we require mathematicians, we require IT people, we require electronics people. You know, there are multiple fields. We require people from human resource and management side of the world for governance and compliance. Then we require deep security engineering school people, those who are far beyond that IT security, engineers. So a very well laid out discipline. And this document that you are seeing, in front of you, this is a new document which will be published on 15th August by Government of India. It will be inaugurated by Prime Minister. I was a part of the committee, and this document, page has been taken from there. So these 27 skills will become key skills for getting hired in any government agency and the private sectors down the line. India has all the potential and should be savior of the world. Even if the America wants to produce 3.1 million child, they will not be able to do it. It looks like a joke, but they can't. India is the only country who can produce it. Next is China, but nobody trusts Chinese guys, because whoever has joint security organization, they have done some espionage, and US is, if you go to the FBI US site, you will find more than 3,000, engineers from China. They have actually done something nasty, and they have done espionage. So trustworthiness of Chinese are very low. India is a very trustworthy because of our, upbringing with dharmic connections, and we don't do bad things. So if anybody can save the world, only India. So if you can create 3.1 million cyber engineers in the next 5 years' time, India will surely be a Vishwaguru. India has the potential to be the world leader in cyber workforce. India can take $10 billion market. In Jharkhand, if you can do 20,000, you can take $2 billion in next 2 years' time. Means 12,000 crore. It's a huge money, I can tell you. And only academia, students, and the people like us who can join hand together and bring it. We don't require government intervention for that. Where there is a will, there is a way. I'll not go beyond, but let me put it a pause here. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm just ending link of time. Appreciate your time hearing. Look forward to connecting with you and taking this forward. A new story, a new Jharkhand, a new India. Jai Hind.
I appreciate your wonderful presentation, sir. Thank you for informative and valuable presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request our eminent speaker of Day 1 technical session, Advocate Pallavi Prasad, Administrative Officer, GGSESTC, for her lecture on human values.
Thank you, Shweta ma'am. I thank my institution for giving me this opportunity to make a presentation on human values in the august presence of our Honourable patrons, Shri Tarsem Singh, President GGES, Honourable Vice Chancellor, Jharkhand University of Technology, Professor Dr. Vijay Pandey, Registrar Jharkhand University of Technology, Dr. A.K. Choudhary, Secretary GGS, Shri Surendra Pal Singh, Respected Director, GGSESTC, Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar, resource persons, Dean, HODs, faculty members, participants, and dear students. As we know, human values are the essence of all education. They build the character of our citizens. In fact, human values are the very foundation of mankind's collective existence. In these fast developing times of science and technology, keeping our students abreast with human values, our budding technocrats, entrepreneurs, and people to be grounded to the community, their personal and professional lives, human values have attained paramount importance. It is for this reason that the National Education Policy 2020 has specially focused upon imparting of values to the youth in their curriculum. For a pleasant change today, I would like to elucidate the great human values of equality, dignity, integrity, empathy, fair play, and justice not by giving a speech, but by reading you a story written by me. The story was published in the year 2017 by the leading national literature magazine, Paki. This story is set in Punjab and has earned me good literary acclaim. I hope you shall enjoy it. The title of the story is Badla, meaning the revenge. I request you to listen carefully and with patience. कहानी बदला। वे फूल की तरह दो लड़कियां थीं। फूल की तरह ही क्यों? वे नाशपाती और गब्बू गोशा की तरह भी तो हो सकती हैं। हाँ, यह सही है। नाशपाती और गब्बू गोशा की तरह उनके नाम और मिजाज एक दूसरे से भिन्न थे, परंतु थी वे बहनें बिल्कुल सगी। वे एक बड़े शहर में रहती थी, दोनों एक ही स्कूल में पढ़ा करती। उनका स्कूल मध्यम वर्ग परिवारों के बच्चों का स्कूल था, इसलिए उसका स्थान उस शहर के स्कूलों में चौथे नंबर पर था। लड़कियों को इस बात की कोई परवाह नहीं थी, उनका स्कूल उनके लिए बेस्ट था। बड़ी का नाम था गुरप्रीत और छोटी का नाम था हरप्रीत। ठीक अपने नामानुसार ज़हीन और संजीदा गुरप्रीत अपने शिक्षकों की प्यारी थी तथा गोल गालों वाली मासूम हरप्रीत हर दिल अजीज थी। दोनों बहनों की उम्र में 6 साल का फर्क था। स्कूल का सालाना परीक्षा फल निकल चुका था। गुरप्रीत 10वीं पास कर 11वीं में आ गई है, वहीं हरप्रीत अब 5वीं कक्षा में पढ़ेगी। लेकिन अभी गर्मी की छुट्टियां शेष नहीं हुई हैं, वह उनके स्कूल खुलने में अभी और कुछ दिनों का वक्त है। गर्मी है कि परवान चढ़ते ही जाती है। यदि ऐसा हो सकता है तो जरूर होगा कि बच्चियां छुट्टियों से उकता गई हैं। दिन भर चलती लू में बाहर न निकलने की उन्हें सख्त ताकीद है। आखिर सारा दिन कोई कितनी ड्राइंग बना सकता है? फिर फैले हुए रंग, पानी, कागज के टुकड़ों की सफाई किसके जिम्मे हो, यह लेकर उनमें अक्सर झगड़ा छिड़ जाता, जिसका फैसला एक दूसरे की ड्राइंग को फाड़कर किया जाता और फिर कई घंटों तक दोनों का मूड खराब रहता। उन्हें अब टीवी बेमजा लगता। रोज नई कॉमिक्स भी नहीं खरीदी जा सकती, वे इतनी महंगी जो होती हैं। पुरानी कॉमिक्स मानो उन्हें कंठस्थ हो गई हैं। हर शाम धूप के उतरते ही उनके घर के पीछे के मैदान में आसपास के मोहल्लों से हर उम्र के लड़के खेलने के लिए जमा होते हैं। क्रिकेट, फुटबॉल सबका प्रिय खेल है। उसमें झगड़ा जो नहीं होता और नहीं किसी प्रकार का भेदभाव। खिड़की की जाली के पार अपनी छोटी सी गुलाबी नाक घुसेड़े हरप्रीत रोजाना घंटों उन लड़कों के खेल देखती है। उसके मन में उनके संग खेलने की जो उत्कट लालसा है, वह उनका दर्शक बनने से शमित नहीं होती, बल्कि लड़कों को चीखते, छोटे बड़े गेंदों का पीछा करते या चोट खाकर गिरते देख वह और प्रज्वलित हो उठती है। परंतु उनके संग मैदान में जाकर खेलने की उसे अनुमति नहीं। न जाने क्यों बढ़ती हुई लड़कियां इस तरह खेला नहीं करती। गुरप्रीत बड़ी है, वह किशोरी है। वह कभी अपने ही घर के दरवाजे के बाहर खड़ी हो जाती होकर पड़ोस की सहेली से बात कर लेती है। सहेली थोड़ी फैशनेबल है, बात फैशन से हटकर जल्द ही लड़कों पर टिक जाती। वह कुछ तो गुरप्रीत के समझ आती और बहुत कुछ समझ से फिसल जाती। पापा को छोड़कर उनके यहाँ कोई लड़का भी तो नहीं। कभी वहां से गुजरती हुई मम्मी को उनकी बातों की भनक लग जाती और वे उन्हें झिड़क देती। क्या जनानियों की तरह कानाफूसी किया करती हो, खेलती क्यों नहीं? तब गुरप्रीत भौचक देखती ही रह जाती। वह समझ न पाती वह क्या करे क्या न करे। पापा का कपड़ों का कारोबार और मम्मी के घर बाहर की व्यस्तताओं में बच्चियों को कौन पूछता। दुकान बंद करने की असमर्थता के चलते पापा उन्हें शहर से बाहर कहीं घुमाने भी नहीं ले जाते। ऐसे में छुट्टियां उन्हें राक्षस की मूठ समान लंबी प्रतीत होने लगी। इससे भला है कि उनका स्कूल ही खुल जाए। आसमान को छूते सफेदा के आज्ञाकारी पेड़, वे सड़क के दोनों तरफ हाथ बांधे राहगीरों की हुक्म तामील को खड़े हैं। जरा सी हवा में भी मानो झूल कर पूछते हैं, जी हुजूर। गुरप्रीत और हरप्रीत गाड़ियों से बचती हुई सड़क के किनारे किनारे चल रही हैं। दुनिया की तमाम सड़कों की तरह ही इस सड़क के भी आदि अंत के बारे में ठीक नहीं कहा जा सकता। यह बच्चियों को उनके स्कूल ले जाती है और स्कूल से घर लौटाती है। यह कभी भी चारों मौसम में बदलती नहीं। इस तरह सड़क कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं पैदा करती। आजकल यह बात कम ही चीजों के लिए कही जा सकती है। तो चलते हुए बच्चियां वहां पहुंची जहां से सड़क पर फ्लाईओवर शुरू होता है। तेज गति वाहन साए से उनके सिर के ऊपर चढ़े जा रहे हैं, किंतु फ्लाईओवर के नीचे सामने की सड़क खाली है। बच्चियों की बंधी मुट्ठियां ढीली पड़ गई। राहत ने उनके फेफड़ों में ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन भरी। हरप्रीत उछलती कूदती चलने लगी। बड़ी बहन गुरप्रीत उसे देख मुस्कुराने लगी। उसके हाथ बार बार पहनी हुई काली जींस की जेब को टटोल रहे हैं। हर तसल्ली पर वह नए से मुस्कुरा पड़ती है। आज उसके जेब में रुपये हैं, 150 नहीं, पूरे 3,500। उसने खुद एक एक नोट छूकर 3 बार गिने हैं। वह बार बार अपनी जेब छूती है कि कहीं वे ऊपर से न उड़ जाएं या उसकी जेब फटे और वे नीचे न गिर जाए। रुपये महफूज हैं। वे उसे मम्मी ने दिए हैं स्कूल के नए साल की नई किताबों के सेट खरीदने के लिए। एक सेट 11वीं कक्षा का और एक 5वीं कक्षा का। किताबें स्कूल के बुक सेलर के पास उपलब्ध हैं और इसी कारण दोनों बहनें स्कूल जा रही हैं। उनकी कक्षाएं 3 दिन बाद शुरू होंगी। स्कूल फ्लाईओवर के दूसरी तरफ पड़ता है और वे जल्दी फ्लाईओवर के नीचे से होती हुई वाहनों से खाली सड़क पार कर लेंगी, बिल्कुल निशंक। अभी वे इस तरफ चल रही हैं जहां शहर का सबसे पुराना और बड़ा नामचीन कॉलेज है। कॉलेज के गेट के ठीक सामने फ्लाईओवर की दीवार की ऊंचाई पर छुट्टियां शुरू होने से पहले ही कोई काले पेंट से मोटे मोटे बड़े अक्षरों में लिख गया था, आई लव यू रूबी। अब इस लिखित घोषणा पर कालिख पुतवा दी गई है, लेकिन वह बात अब भी साफ साफ पढ़ी जा सकती है। फ्लाईओवर के नीचे से स्कूल की तरफ सड़क पार करते हुए छोटी हरप्रीत की आंखें पलट पलट कर कुछ दूर खड़े गोलगप्पे के ठेले को नाप रही हैं, किंतु गुरप्रीत के मुख पर से स्मित गायब है। वह खामोश निगाहें झुकाए चल रही है। उसके मन में भुकभुकाती हुई लौ की तरह ख्याल कांप रहे हैं। रूबी के साथ ऐसा किसने किया होगा? वह उसका दुश्मन ही रहा होगा या प्रेमी? आते जाते पूरा शहर यह पढ़ता है। कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल, प्राध्यापक, लड़के लड़कियां, रूबी के परिवार वाले, उसके पड़ोसी। रूबी कितनों का सामना करती होगी, या उसने पढ़ाई छोड़ दी है? पूरे कॉलेज में क्या एक ही रूबी होगी? अनेक भी तो हो सकती हैं। हाँ, और नहीं तो क्या। यह सोचकर गुरप्रीत की घबराहट कुछ कम हुई। उनका स्कूल आ गया। उसने एक बार फिर अपनी जेब टटोली। बुक सेलर की दुकान के काउंटर पर से जब दोनों बच्चियां पलटी, तब गुरप्रीत की जेब अधिकांश रुपयों से खाली हो चली। उसके मन पर रुपये संभालने का जो तनाव था वह भी हल्का हो गया था, लेकिन अब उससे कई गुना ज्यादा भार बहनों के कोमल हाथों में समा गया था। तमाम विषयों की पाठ्य पुस्तकें, हर विषय के लिए 2 नोटबुक, एक कक्षा कार्य और दूसरी गृह कार्य के लिए, प्रत्येक विषय की जुदा वर्कबुक, भाषाओं की व्याकरण किताब, मैप बुक, ग्राफ बुक, ड्राइंग बुक, स्क्रैप बुक, जिनमें से कई पर टीचर ही काम न करवा पाती, लेकिन विद्यार्थियों को अनिवार्य था कि वे उन्हें खरीदें। गुरप्रीत ने छोटी हरप्रीत को उसकी किताबों के सेट से भरा सफेद पॉलिथीन का विशाल झोला पकड़ाया तो वह बेचारी लड़खड़ा गई। बड़ी बहन ने छोटी को निर्देश दिया, दूसरे हाथ से झोले को नीचे से सहारा दो वरना यह फट जा सकता है। छोटी ने अपनी मुंडी हिलाई और आज्ञा का पालन किया। बड़ी ने अब अपनी किताबों का भारी सेट एक हाथ से संभाला, दूसरे हाथ को कोहनी से मोड़कर अपनी कलाई से उसने पहले हाथ में थामे झोले को नीचे से सहारा दिया। ऐसा उसे इसलिए करना पड़ा क्योंकि उसने दूसरे हाथ की उंगलियों में एक हल्का झोला लटकाया हुआ था, जिसमें खरीदी हुई तमाम किताबों पर जिल्द सजाने के लिए कवर के कई गोले, लेबल की कई पत्ते, पेन, पेंसिल, कंपास बॉक्स, रंग, गोंद, टेप, कैंची जैसी नाना प्रकार की वस्तुएं भरी थी। यानी दोनों लड़कियां साल भर का स्कूली बोझ ढोकर अपने घर को चली। गुरप्रीत की जेब में अब भी कुछ 100 की नोट और खुले रुपये पड़े थे, परंतु उसे उनकी लेश मात्र परवाह न रही थी कि वे हवा में उड़ जाएंगे या जेब से गिर जाएंगे। उसका पूरा ध्यान अब किताबों की सेट पर था। किताबें हवा में न उड़ पाती, लेकिन यह मानो तय जान पड़ता था कि वे किसी भी क्षण झोलों की तल को फाड़ते हुए भरभरा कर जमीन पर ढेर हो जाएंगे। गुरप्रीत को खास तौर से हरप्रीत पर बिल्कुल भरोसा नहीं था। छोटी ने किताबें गिरा दी, तब भी सरे राह तमाशा बड़ी का ही बनना था। इस भय से बड़ी छोटी को डांटते फटकारते चलने लगी। बेबात डांटने फटकारने का जो असर डांटने फटकारने वाले पर तथा डांटे फटकारे जाने वाले पर होता है, वही दोनों पर हुआ। यानी दोनों का मूड भारी रूप से खराब। जिस इमारत के बाहर वे निकली उससे स्कूल के बाहरी गेट का फासला बहुत ज्यादा लंबा है। पहले पार्किंग लॉट पार करना होता है, फिर बोगनवेलिया से लदे स्टाफ क्वार्टर्स, फिर आती है पॉलिटेक्निक की भीतरी सड़क, फिर आएगा गुलाबों से घिरा लॉन वाला विशाल बगीचा, पुनः पॉलिटेक्निक का पार्किंग लॉट, और तब जाकर कहीं आएगा स्कूल का फाटक। दिन का 1 बजे का वक्त है। सूरज आसमान से धरती की ओर आग के रेले छोड़ रहा है। लॉन की घास जगह जगह से झुलस कर पीली पड़ रही है। देसी खुशबूदार गुलाब के पौधे सूखी झाड़ियां बनकर रह गए। निसंदेह यह माली के परीक्षा के दिन है। तपती हुई सड़क पर बहनें अपना अपना बोझ उठाए भारी कदमों से बढ़ी जा रही हैं। माथे और गर्दन पर से अनवरत चुहचुहाता पसीना उनकी पीठ की घमौरियों को जला रहा है। उनकी सांसें फूल रही हैं, चेहरा लाल भभूखा हो गया है। झोला उठाने से उनकी पसीने भरी हथेलियां दर्द से तड़तड़ा रही हैं। उफ, वे किस पचड़े में पड़ गईं। अभी तो स्कूल का फाटक ही दूर है, 30 पर घर तक का रास्ता और। स्कूल कॉलेज के छुट्टी के दिनों में सवारी मिलने की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं। ऐसे में भला फ्लाईओवर के नीचे सवारी वालों को कौन ग्राहक मिलेगा जो वे इधर खड़े रहें। हरप्रीत की हर रोनी ठुनक पर गुरप्रीत के जबड़े भींच जाते। हर बूंद ताकत महत्व रखती थी, वरना वह छोटी को जरूर पीट दे। स्कूल का ऊंचा और चौड़ा फाटक आ गया। यह क्या, सामने ही फ्लाईओवर की छांव में दुबका एक पुराना साइकिल रिक्शा मानो सुस्ता रहा है। उसका मालिक पिछली सीट पर गुड़मुड़ाया लेटा ऊँघ रहा है। इस अप्रत्याशित दृश्य को देख दोनों बहनें खिलक उठी। वे बची खुची शक्ति जोड़कर जल्दी जल्दी चलने लगी। वे डर रही थीं कि कहीं कोई अन्य उनसे पहले रिक्शा वाले के पास न पहुंच जाए, हालांकि इसकी संभावना न के बराबर। रिक्शा के पास बढ़ते हुए वे असमंजस में पड़ गईं। इतनी गंदी रिक्शा! उन्हें याद न आया पिछली बार वे कब किसी रिक्शा पर बैठी थी। हरप्रीत तो अवश्य ही कभी न बैठी होगी। उनकी आहट पाकर ऊँघता हुआ रिक्शा वाला उठ बैठा। उसने उन्हें भावहीन नजरों से देखा। वह एक मैला कुचैला सा बूढ़ा था। उसके शरीर पर पूरे कपड़े भी न थे। जो थे उन्हें गुदड़ी कहना सही होगा। जीवन भर की मशक्कत ने बूढ़े की टांगों को टेढ़ा कर दिया था। उसकी देह पर चिड़िया बराबर भी मांस न था। वह तो बस एक चमड़ा चढ़ा कंकाल था। बूढ़े की तरह ही उसके रिक्शा की गुर्बत का भी पारावार न था। उसकी रंग उड़ी सीट टेढ़ी धसी हुई तथा जगह जगह से फटी नुची हुई थी। छज्जे की कमानी टूट गई थी। रिक्शा डगमगाता सा था। गुरप्रीत सोच में पड़ गई। उसने छोटी को देखा। उसकी आंखों में याचना देखी। छोटी की क्या बात, किताबें उठाकर वह खुद 4 कदम चलने की हालत में नहीं थी। गुरप्रीत ने अपना पता बताकर बूढ़े से पूछा, हमें ले जाने का क्या लोगे? बूढ़ा बोला, 20 रुपये। लेकिन गुरप्रीत को यह 30 सुनाई दिया। उसने कहा, नहीं नहीं, 30 तो बहुत होते हैं, 20 का रेट है, हम 20 देंगे। बूढ़े की भाव शून्य आंखें झपकी। वह दुहराया, 20 रुपये। अब गुरप्रीत को शुभा हुआ कि उससे कोई गफलत हुई है। बात पक्की ठहराने के लिए उसने जोर देकर कहा, 20 लेना। बूढ़ा खामोश रहा। उसने अपनी रिक्शा का रुख सीधा किया और लड़कियों के बैठने का इंतजार करने लगा। उसी पल लड़कियों का ध्यान कुछ दूरी पर फ्लाईओवर के अगले स्तंभ की ओट में खड़े गन्ने के रस के ठेले पर गया। वे अपना भारी सामान रिक्शा पर लाद चुकी थी। गर्मी, मेहनत और बहते पसीने के मारे उन्हें बड़ी जोर से प्यास लगाई थी। भट 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 खाली चलती हुई गन्ने के रस की मशीन के स्वर ने उसे कई गुना भड़का दिया। दोनों बहनें एक दूसरे को देखकर हंसी, फिर हुलस कर रस के ठेले के दिशा में बढ़ी। रिक्शा वाला बिना कुछ बताए समझ गया। वह किताबों लदा रिक्शा हाथों से खींचते हुए उनके साथ चल दिया। उनको अपनी ओर आता देखकर रस वाला मुस्तैद हो गया। वह पुराना था और गर्मियों में वर्षों से उसी स्थान पर अपना ठेला खड़ा करते आ रहा था। उसने गन्ने की सोटियां निकाली और उन्हें चलती मशीन में ठूंसने लगा। छन्नी लगी देगची में सुनहरे रस का फेनदार प्रपात हुआ। जब गन्ने वाले ने वही गन्ना दोहरा कर मशीन में घुसाया, तब गुरप्रीत ने कुछ सोचकर कहा, भैया 2 नहीं 3 गिलास देना, एक इन्हें भी। उसने रिक्शा वाले की तरफ इशारा किया। कहना गलत ना होगा कि वह मन में कुछ अफसोस के साथ 20 से 30 का हिसाब लगा चुकी थी। फिर भी उसे लगा कि बूढ़े को रस पिलाना चाहिए। उसने बूढ़े की तरफ देखा। वह यह बात सुन समझकर भी निर्विकार खड़ा था। उसके चेहरे पर कृतज्ञता का निशान न था। बच्ची को यह उम्मीद न थी। उसने अपनी कृपा का सिला न पाकर किंचित हताशा जरूर महसूस की होगी। रस वाले ने बर्फ के टुकड़ों डले रस से लबालब भरे कांच के 2 गिलास बच्चियों की ओर बढ़ाए। वे उन्होंने ले लिए। फिर उसने वैसा ही एक गिलास बूढ़े रिक्शा वाले को थमाया। वह उसने ले लिया। थोड़ी देर में बच्चियों ने अपना गिलास खाली कर ठेले की मेज पर रख दिए और गुरप्रीत ने रस वाले को 3 गिलास रस के हिसाब से 30 रुपये थमाए। रस वाले ने मुस्कुराकर रुपये अपने पास रख लिए। तभी रिक्शा वाले ने अपने गिलास का रस खत्म कर उसे उन 2 खाली गिलासों के पास रख दिया। वे लोग रिक्शा की तरफ मुड़े ही थे कि न जाने उस पल कैसी अनहोनी घटी। रस वाला एकदम से दहाड़ा, साला साहब हो गया है तू, ये तेरे गिलास रखने की जगह है बैंड। उसने दन से गाली दी। बच्चियां सकपकाकर खड़ी रह गईं। बूढ़ा रिक्शा वाला आंखें झुकाए अपने टेढ़े पैरों पर चलता हुआ गया और उसने अपना गिलास उठाकर पानी गिरने से गीली हो आई जमीन पर उतार दिया। वह उठने को ही था कि रस वाले ने उसे फिर गालियों से नवाजा। तेरा जूठा गिलास कौन धोएगा बे? रिक्शा वाले ने फिर से अपना गिलास उठा लिया और रस वाले के दिखाए पीपे से पानी लेकर उसे धोने लगा। दोनों बहनें अवाक देखते रहीं। उन्हें यह बात बहुत नागवार गुजरी। बूढ़े की कोई गलती न थी, उन्होंने बूढ़े रिक्शा वाले के रस के पैसे दिए थे। इस तरह बूढ़ा उनका मेहमान हुआ। रस वाला सरासर बदतमीजी कर रहा है। उन्हें बूढ़े के सम्मान की रक्षा करनी चाहिए, परंतु कैसे? छोटी अपने से बड़ी का मुंह ताक रही थी कि बहन जरूर कुछ करेगी या कहेगी, लेकिन बड़ी की समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि वह क्या करे। समझ में न आने वाली गालियां सुनकर वह सहम गई है। यह अधेड़ उम्र, चौड़ी शक्ल और मूंछों वाला आदमी, जो अक्सर आसमानी रंग का पुराना पठानी सूट और एक मोहक मुस्कान पहने रहता है, जिसे उन्होंने कभी विनम्रता से डिगते नहीं देखा, उसका यह खौफनाक रूप। गुरप्रीत ने कई बार रस वाले को टोकने के लिए मन में कहने की बात सोची, लेकिन हर बार उसकी हिम्मत जवाब दे गई। वह खड़ी देखती ही रह गई। रस वाले ने डांट कर बूढ़े से लड़कियां के गिलास भी धुलवाए। लड़कियों के सिर झुक गए। बूढ़ा वैसे ही भाव शून्यता से हाथ चला रहा था, मानो यह प्रकरण निपटे तो वह रिक्शा पर लौटे, जैसे भाव शून्यता ही उसकी गुर्बत का कवच हो। लड़कियां भारी कदमों से चलती हुई रिक्शे पर चढ़कर बैठ गई। स्कूल को खुले बहुत दिन हो चले हैं। जैसा कि स्कूलों में होता है, हर सुबह असंख्य तादाद में बच्चे वहां हाजिर होते हैं। हर उम्र, बड़ाई और छोटाई के लड़के लड़कियां हर सुबह वे नए पुराने धुले कलफ प्रेस लगी वर्दियां पहनकर स्कूल आते हैं और छुट्टी की घंटी बजने से काफी पहले ही पसीने और धूल से तरबतर होकर गंदे हो जाते। प्रत्येक कमरे में लगभग 50 बच्चे बैठते हैं। उनकी देह उमस से छींचती रहती है। स्कूल में ऐसे कई कमरे हैं, तब सब कमरों में कितने बच्चे होंगे? वे पढ़ते हैं, खेलते हैं, लड़ते हैं, सजा भी पाते हैं। स्कूल की छुट्टी होने पर उन लड़के लड़कियों का हुजूम रस वाले के ठेले पर मानो टूट पड़ता है। कई बच्चे अपना गला तर किए बगैर घर जाने वाली बस या ऑटो पर नहीं चढ़ना चाहते। वे अपनी साइकिल या स्कूटर को आगे ही नहीं बढ़ाना चाहते। बहनें गुरप्रीत और हरप्रीत इन सबसे अलग हैं। पास ही रहने वाले बच्चों की तरह वे दोनों भी धूप में पैदल अपने घर लौटती हैं। ठंडे मीठे रस को पीने की कल्पना उन्हें लुभाती है। उनकी सहेलियां रुक जाती हैं, परंतु वे कभी नहीं ठिठकती। प्यास उन्हें भी लगती है। दोनों के कंठ सूख रहे होते हैं, लेकिन वे रस के ठेले की ओर आंख उठाकर भी नहीं देखती हैं। हू हू कर दोपहर की लू धूल के बगुले उड़ाती है। ऐसे में दो प्यास की पुतलियां चलती रहती हैं। उनके पीछे उनकी अनमनी छाया सड़क पर घिसटती जाती है। वह बूढ़ा रिक्शा वाला, जिसकी गुर्बत का पारावार नहीं, कभी नहीं जान पाएगा कि लड़कियां उसके अपमान का बदला लेती हैं रोज। As a writer, I must abstain from commenting upon my own story. So I leave my audience to ponder, savor, and realize the human aspects and values contained in the story Badla. As I conclude, I will say that empathy is the root of all human values. The ability to put ourselves in another's place and feel and understand their pleasure, pain, and indignity is natural, and it makes each one of us assert justice and right even for others, because after all, we all do to others what we want others to do unto ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful motivational story and for such an explicit and candid lecture on human values. Here we have come to the end of technical session, and I would like to request Professor Apurva Sinha ma'am from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shashank. I am Apurva Sinha from Assistant Professor of this department. It gives me a great pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for day 1 of 4 days state level online seminar on human values, professional ethics, and ICT tools in technical education. In association with you, I would like to thank our chief patron and chief guest, Honourable Vice Chancellor Day-1, Professor Dr. Vijay Pandey, Chief Patron and Honourable President GGES, Shri Tarsem Singh, Patron and guest of honor, Honourable Registrar Dr. Choudhary, in their absence. The Ethics Honourable Secretary GGES, Principal Convener Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar, Director GGSESTC. I would like to thank Chief Resource Person Mr. Balaji Venkatesh, Chief Mentor Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation, and Mr. Shashank Garuyar, Chairman Cyber Vidyapeeth Foundation. To honor this seminar with the I heartily thank the Eminent Speaker of Technology, Advocate Pallavi Prasad, Lawyer and Administrative Officer GGSESTC. I would like to thank the coordinator of the program, Professor Shri Surendra Pal Singh and Professor Mentor Cyber Vidyapeeth. I would also like to thank our team.
Apurva ma'am. Yes, ma'am, your voice is not clear.
I would like to thank our team, Shweta ma'am and Anupriya ma'am for
Yes, ma'am, now it's audible.
hosting today's program. Professor Tej Bahadur sir, Mr. Anil Singh sir for giving their effort to make FDP successful, to make this program successful. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the participants. Once again, thank you everyone. Tomorrow we will be meeting at 11:30 a.m. for day 2. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to ask Director Sir to maybe complete this session.
Yes, permitted.
Thank you so much, sir. So with the permission of Honorable Director, sir, we complete our day 1. And as ma'am has already told everybody that tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. we will be meeting again. Thank you once again.